Welcome to Talking Out the Box podcast. I am your host. You wait. Where's the ledger board? There it is. Look. I'm your host, Lamont Ferguson, and I am elated, ecstatic to be here today because I have a special guest, a very special guest, Niclous Howard of PWP Productions. Man, he gonna come up and we gonna have a great time, a phenomenal time. But before I bring him in, you know what I like to say. I like to say, be great on purpose. Make sure everything is intentional in what you do in your life. Don't accidentally be great. Don't accidentally do something that's phenomenal. Listen, be great on purpose. Just be great on purpose. And then this right here, the Wi-Fi connection thing. Listen, this is what I mean by the Wi-Fi connection thing. Your connection, whether it's through T-Mobile, Spectrum, Sprint, Verizon, or Cox Cable, your Wi-Fi connection may be shaky because the wind is blowing, there's a storm coming, or bottom line, you ain't pay your bill. So that Wi-Fi connection gonna be shaky. But if you stay connected to God, your Wi-Fi, your connection will never ever be shaky. You understand what I'm saying? There's no interruption in that connection. You don't have to worry about paying a bill with that connection because God's connection is always going to be there. All right. So remember, be great on purpose and stay connected to God because his connection will never ever be shaky. Then I have one more new one. I got a new one. Lift your faith to be bigger than you. Lift your faith to be bigger than you. Because a lot of times we say we have faith in we're going to apply for this job, or we're going to try to get this house, or we're going to try to get this car, or whatever this situation may be. At the end of the day, we still thinking about, man, I hope I got that car. I hope I get that car. Man, I hope I get this job. Oh, man, I hope. If you got faith, you ain't got to hope, brother or sister. Fam, you ain't got to think and hope. So you got to lift your faith bigger than you. Because if you have the faith of the strength, what do you say? Faith is the strength of a mustard seed or whatever like that. I'm probably messing it all up. But mustard seeds are little tiny. And if you got the faith of a mustard and be strong. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, listen, lift your faith to be greater than you. All right. That's just the bottom line. Now on to some entertainment. Wait, hold on. We gonna talk a little bit about entertainment. But this one right here, we're gonna talk about little Hulk Hogan. Yes, Hulk Hogan did pass. And there's been a lot of mixed emotions about his passing because as a child growing up, I used to watch WWF. Now they call WWE. And all we knew was Hulk Hogan. I mean, I even went to WrestleMania. I went to WrestleMania 3. That lets you know how old I am. I was at the Pontiacs. You know I'm from Michigan. You know I'm from Detroit. And me, my dad, and my brother, we went to WrestleMania 3 where Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant. We were there in all the electricity that happened. Everything was so electrifying. But we were in the nosebleeds, but we were there. We were part of history. And we followed Hulk Hogan. I mean, he had some great matches with Rowdy Piper. He had matches with The Rock. The greatest thing to me in Hulk Hogan's career was when he came over to WCW, and he started the whole New World Order, the NWO. That was fantastic. I loved it. I loved every minute of it because everybody knew he was he was a good guy. and for him to come over and all of a sudden be a bad guy and cause havoc, it was phenomenal. Dude was a beast. But here comes the controversy. When he had a beer ad and he removed the black girl that was on the beer ad or whatever and replaced it with some white females. Yeah, that was Hulk Hogan. Also, what Hulk Hogan did, he had some other rants, racist rants. And it just crushed a lot of people because people know I am a real American. If you say that, people gonna think of Hulk Hogan. They're gonna think if you think yellow warm tearing t-shirt, you're gonna think of Hulk Hogan. And his image got tarnished because he wanted to go on a racist rant, which is sad. But some of our heroes let us down, you know. So you can have these heroes in our entertainment world, whether it was wrestling, basketball, baseball, acting, whatever. Sometimes these guys let us down, and Hogan definitely let us down. But however, on the other end of it, he, condolences to his family, his wife, his daughter, his son, condolences to those people that's suffering this loss. It's a very sad day for the wrestling industry because he passed. Yeah, so we're gonna move on. This is how I do. I get into something, I get into a groove, then I gotta move on. In life, sometimes you just gotta move on. Now we're gonna talk about our principal of the United States of America. I don't call him a president. We're gonna talk about the principal of the United States. And we're gonna talk about how all of a sudden these Epstein files are no longer what should we say, important, because they try to shift all that under the rug because his name is up on the Epstein files. A bunch of other people's names are on that list. And rumor has it he's been throwing everything just at the wall so to see if it stick, to see if you are not paying attention to this Epstein thing, because all his followers, when he was talking about releasing these files, it was like, yeah, release the files to reveal these criminals, to reveal these numbskulls, to reveal these dirty people, these PD3 PDF files. You know who I'm talking about. They was talking all kind of mad stuff. Yeah, show how many Democrats is on this Epstein list. And guess what? Come in closer. Come closer. Come on. These MAGA nuts, or what do you ultra MAGA people? Listen, y'all come closer. All that stuff y'all was talking about. Your boy, the principal of the United States, his name is on the list. Now y'all don't care about the list. Y'all said y'all had a list. Y'all gonna go through the list. And now the sudden there's no list. And what happened to the list? I'm gonna drink a little water because we gotta find out who's on this list. And he started beefing with Elon Musk to distract y'all. That didn't work. He started beefing with the Dr. King family. He released the files for the Dr. King family, and they was like, we don't want you to do that, and he did it. He just throwing everything at the wall, just throwing everything at the wall to get y'all not to think about him being on this list. And now the most recent rumor have it that he is going to pardon P. Diddy. We gotta laugh at this. He's trying everything. If y'all fall for that, like, oh, he's cool if he if he pardons P. Diddy, he's all right with us. Listen, don't let these smoke screens fool y'all. If he pardon P. Diddy, That don't make no difference because if he do that, he's still on the list. That don't make his name disappear off the list. Now the lady, I don't know her name, Maxine, whatever the lady, they interviewed for 9 hours, and she told all the information about who was on the list, who wasn't on the list. Yeah, and he thinking about if he pardon her too, so he gonna get her not to tell. If he pardon her and she don't tell, that's the thing with him. With her, he gonna probably try to pardon her and get her out the way and hush her up, and then she can't talk no more about the Epstein. But if she refuses to pardon, she stays in jail. And but now he's trying to throw P. Diddy's name out there. Like, look, we're gonna pardon P. Diddy. Bruh, listen, Mr. Principal, United States of America. It ain't gonna work. You ain't got me fooled. You ain't got the folks at SKSTV. I mean, I said SKSTV, SKST Radio, or Talking Out the Box podcast. You ain't got none of us. You ain't got none of us food. You know what I mean? You may got some other people food, but neither here or there. Now I done said all what I had to say, and now guess who we gonna bring into the studio? Now this young man, let me see what I can say. He's a very, as you see, you can look at the scroll, you can look down here with all his information. But he's a very, very close friend of mine. He's a entertainer. He's a husband extraordinaire. I mean, he's won awards for his work. Very humble dude. And I always have to go to say this. When we always say humble. Is it humble or is it humble? Humble. He's an humble dude. I don't. How that sound? I'm humble dude. Nah, I don't like that. He's a very humble young man. He just had a show, not just a show, a phenomenal show that he put on down in Elizabeth City. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the productions he's done in the past and the stuff that he has planned in the near future. I'm gonna tell you this: if you go to ODU backstage, I was in one of his shows, The Other Side of a Lie. It was a lot of fun. And if you look at the wall at ODU backstage, there's a bunch of posters on the wall, and you see, I'm like up there like one time. Actually, it's two. Actually, it's a couple because I've done some comedy shows there. But when it comes to theatrical productions, you look at all the posters, and then there's this one line like, yeah, PW Productions, PWP Productions, PWP. I was like, man, bro, you own ODU. You own ODU. Can I get some of your change? Can I get 5 cents? Can I get a nickel? A nickel. Can I get one of that? No, but all jokes aside, dude is phenomenal. He's a great writer, actor, and when he puts on the show, I'm gonna tell you what, what I say earlier, you gotta come in closer. You come in closer. You don't know what you're gonna get, and that's not a bad thing because he's bringing full energy, full entertainment. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry. He gonna make you think. Man, like by the time you leave his show, you're like, man, I didn't think about that. But man, you're gonna have a favorite part to talk about in the car home or in the Uber home or walking home or just sitting at home. You know what I mean? Uber, is that Uber? I got a joke. It's not a joke, but it's funny. Can you call the Uber driver like, yo, hey Uber, I need a lift, but they get offended. I laughed at myself for that. But after this commercial break, we're gonna go to a commercial break and we're gonna bring in Niclous Howard. The Niclous Howard. He's going to join us after this commercial break. Hey, listen. We back, but we about to check out this previews, the Silent Crisis. It's coming, and they got to premiere this weekend. Watch this. This is gonna be a good movie. All right, and action. There it is. Look at that. We got skills around. Look at that.
All right, but don't let your head get too big.
Let me test my mom real quick.
Breaking news tonight in Newport News.
We should be home by now. We are going to fight for Elijah.
My nephew went missing last year.
Can we come in?
What has the police response been like for you all?
Missing person cases are tricky. Plus, there's no foul play suspected.
Over here, I found something.
We'll find them, babe. We just have to keep hoping.
They say maybe he was caught up in something.
Oh, no.
And I'm reporting here live tonight from Newport News, Virginia, where authorities are on the scene of a gruesome crime.
Not another one.
No more! No more! No more! No more! No more! No more!
Oh, the Silent Crisis. Yes, we're back. And this, like I said, I was bringing Niclous Howard. The Niclous Howard is here in the building. Y'all come in close. Look, he is here.
Yes.
It's
such an honor and privilege to be before you today and be in your presence.
It's absolutely
Man,
a wonder.
this is such a nice setup, bro. Oh my goodness, I'm impressed.
We try.
Yes, y'all do.
Man, we gonna jump right into this thing. Like, I know who you are, but the people that's watching, who is Niclous Howard? Like, what does this guy do? Who is Nick?
I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save everybody.
Can I get an amen? Amen.
Amen. I thank you for this introduction. I'm regular, everyday, hardworking American Black man. I'm retired or a 20-year veteran.
Okay. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for saying that. I'm a writer, director, actor. Let me see what else. Security.
Can I get security? I'll fire.
I normally work in healthcare. I did hospice for a long time. I got a master's in healthcare, bachelor's in human resources.
Okay.
I look good on paper, but in reality, I'm a mental, so Pray for me.
I think
I
you
like
know.
the way I look on there.
Look, I think we all gotta be special in some way.
Oh no, I get a check for mine.
I don't get one though. My kids say I'm special. Like they was, damn, you crazy. I don't know if they mean that for real. Like, do I need to go see some? Damn, you crazy. Why'd you do that? Like, I got 3 girls at home.
Yeah, I know.
21.
Our father, you're
17.
Wonderful father.
And 11. Thank you. I appreciate all
girls. Lord,
something happened when I was younger. I don't know how I end up with all girls, but I'm thankful though. But so you wear all these hats. You had a phenomenal production this weekend.
Oh yes.
Let's talk about what went down this weekend.
Man, Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I tell you, I could not have asked for a better cast and crew. Man, the show was marvelous. It was outstanding, and it was amazing because everybody, we do the interviews after the show, so everybody consistently said, that was amazing. That was one of the best shows they ever seen, and they bragged when I'm like, and I haven't watched it yet. I want to sit down and watch the recording and see how well they did. But it was very, it was immaculate. I cannot express my joy and my gratitude for all the actresses and actors. Kudos to you, staff, crew. You guys did amazing, man. I'm so grateful. And first and foremost, I want to just thank God for the opportunity and thank him for showing up and showing out. I still want to throw that elevator away though.
Now, what was the name of this show here?
The name of this show was Undivided.
Undivided. Now, you did that one before or
I did that one up in we were scheduled to do a tour, so I did the first leg of the tour was in Norfolk, Virginia. And we got rave reviews from that as well. It was mostly dedicated to I want to say society. But Otis got another idea. He says just for Black people, but it was just generally to
you come closer to.
It was generally to bring us together and to address some of the things that we experience in our society and how they separate us, or being one of the things that can bring us together.
Man, let's see. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was in one of his shows. Like I said,
and you did an amazing job.
Thank you. You don't know what's gonna happen with his, and I'm saying that in a good way. A lot of times people like, man, you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's always a real situation that happens, a funny situation that happens, and it's never left field. Because I've been doing theater for a while, and you have as well. And sometimes stuff you left field, you watching the show like, why did they do that? But it's always on time. It's always punctual. You know what I mean? And this other character that you have in your show, like when you see his play, and you don't see Nick, you see this other guy. Who is that other guy that people need to know about?
Oh Lord, Otis. That's the same. That's the same thing. Me and my wife says when we watch it and sit down and we refer to him in third person because I can't. I know it's me, but it never sets. It never sets in. It's not that I do, such a great job. Because I've never been trained or went to school for this. But it's just like the craziness and the realness of this character. Because I got this character from my uncles and aunts and just a sense of reality, despite the illusion and delusion that a lot of life portrays in front of us. I try to deal with surface things that are real that we that he always the comedic realness that'll come from and say anything, but it's genuine and it's from his heart, and it mean well, no matter how he put it out. It may not be the right way.
And we all can relate to that because it's like when you at the picnic, everybody is not politically correct.
Oh, definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? Especially not in our households. You know how we do it. Us.
Yeah.
Then there's them. That's sign language. Them and us. But it's real conversations, and your shows are about real conversations. And just like the trailer to that particular movie, The Crisis, your plays have a message. Every play you do is not just for fun; it's a message. Now, why did you get into doing theater just to I want to get my messages out? You could have, you could have did a television show, you could have been a hip-hop artist, you could have been a singer, but you chose theater to get your message out. So what made you to go that route?
That's a funny thing. I actually did not choose theater. I can honestly say it kind of sort of chose me. I used to do a lot of public speaking and inspirational speaking for the Navy and different events and things like that. And one day we was actually, this is a crazy thing. This is history. We were in war. We was bombing Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was on the John F. Kennedy aircraft carrier, and had given several speeches and poems and things of that nature for different holidays and special occasions. But one of the girls, she asked me, "Why don't you write a play or something to encourage the troops?" Because at that time it was a little bit right after Tyler Perry had came out, so like that. So I was like, I don't think they're gonna sign off for it. But fortunately for me, favor ain't fair. The chaplain pitched it to the commander, the captain, and the captain okayed it. So got a group of these sailors, and we just practice and we performed. My first stage play was during Operation Iraqi Freedom off the Gulf of Iraq on the USS John F. Kennedy true story. And
wow.
After that, I was based out of Jacksonville, and the pastor at that time, the chaplain at that time was from Georgia, black guy. I never forget him, Chaplain Brown's amazing heart, and amazing man of God, love for God. He offered me an opportunity. He had said he was just starting a new church, it was a huge church, and he gave me an opportunity, and from there it took off in a fast passion. Fast pace. So
wow, that's phenomenal. Like, not many people can say they. Yeah, man, I did a show on the ship during the war. Like, what's sending you with taking the country, y'all up there like, let's be having fun. But no, you gotta have fun. I mean, you gotta laugh from crying, in those situations.
Yep.
And so we all know that there's an upside and there's challenges. Let's talk about the challenges before we talk about the upside.
Okay.
So what are some of the challenges that you face as a director? And I noticed that you spoke on, I wasn't trained for this, but sometimes skill sets in. If you got the skills, you can do whatever you need. But so what are the challenges putting on these productions?
Well, some of the challenges are just basic challenges that most companies face, financial challenges, finding the right people, finding dedicated people, and coming up with a well-oiled machine.
Right.
We have the machine, but the workers are not always as plentiful as you like. So and we invest in a lot of our actors and actresses, because we want, one of our mottos is, we stage avenues for new beginnings. We want, experienced actors and actresses, or just people that desire to see if they have the bug or the skill to do it. It's a lot of fun, but the challenge is sifting through the people,
right,
making sure you have the right people, the right teams. And I surround myself with a lot of help, people that are a lot smarter and experienced at doing this as I am, and they give a lot of feedback and a lot of help, and we eventually get the right people. Sometimes life gets to lifing, and a lot of these people are not paid actors. They don't do this for a living. They doing this off of something fun or a habit. Not a habit, but a pastime.
And see, I'm gonna insert right there. So, and that's actually interesting, because those are the people that kind of cause the big challenges, because they don't really understand. They want to try it, but they don't understand. Like, we got to do practice twice a week, and then tech week is almost every day, and so that's a lot to give up when I have a 9 to 5 and I'm just really trying this out, and they don't really, it's not any hard feelings towards you personally, but you look at it like at the end of the day, business. I have to have this in order.
Right.
So then how do you proceed through that?
Well, the key thing is understanding and patience. I am a human,
Right.
and I know I have requirements and priorities in life, and that's why when we vet these people, or when we bring them on, we tell them, we have a clear understanding. We understand you work, and communication is really key. And we also we have backups, but like I say, communication is key, and being an adult and responsible and accountable. And when you can do that, and when you can
be an adult and be accountable, y'all, I gotta adjust my seat right there. Go ahead.
When you can do that, and you work with people like that, and by all means, I have to be that. That's because I have to lead by example.
Correct.
But I've never really, I think I've only actually had to get rid of one person, meaning, let them go or fire them. But usually people will do that, to themselves.
And they kind of fall off.
Yeah. And it always hurts me when people walk away or have to walk away, because I feel like a loss, because I want to give these people an opportunity. I want to love on them and care for them. And we network, we work together. And it's like I try to, have a business mindset with a family oriented atmosphere, because I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to be, especially when you're trying to be creative, I want you to have that what's that
what you try?
No, I don't want you to have any limits on your creativity.
Okay, I got you.
That's why people always say, man, I like the way you direct, because I do allow creativity, as long as the substance is still there. And we'll talk about it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But I love people that are creative and people that are not scared to step out on their talent.
And a lot of times what happens with new talent, they look at the character and they would say, I wouldn't do that. That's not like me. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't drink a beer.
Well, this is not you. You're acting.
Thank you. Can we say that again?
You are acting.
You are acting. Yeah.
One of the things I love, well, my wife, she loved about me, because she always get casted as a good girl, an angelic girl, but I typecasted her as a ratchet, hood type of female, and she loved it because it actually gave her an opportunity to act. That's what acting is about, not being yourself, but becoming someone else.
You have to step out that box. And I noticed all of your projects have a spiritual thread. So did you grow up going to church, or did going to church happen later in the life, or is it just you just have a connection to God?
I have a connection with God. I'll say that. But no, I grew up in church. I never really let me see if I can say this the right way without sounding crazy. I'm not a fan of religion, because I believe religion breeds separation. I am a fan of God and His Word. But
that's powerful.
Right. But I do believe in giving people substance. And when I say substance, not only do I entertain them, I'm crazy in itself, so I'm funny, hilarious, but I want to leave you with a changed perspective, a hopeful one, or one that, maybe inspired or challenged, or, I want you to grow in some aspect, hopefully, that you'll leave with some sort of substance in not just be entertained.
Correct.
And that's my desire to give people hope.
Now what's some of your most memorable moments, the upside of your production? Is there a moment you would say, oh man, I can't believe this person was in the audience, I can't believe I am here doing X, Y, and Z?
Man, I got a few of those, several actually, but one of the most, and I'm glad you asked, because I want to shout out Nairobi, baby, shout out. It's Poet Lariat. She's been in a few of my shows, but man, this girl had me. She was the first person that I've ever completely just broke character and came all the way out of character. I had to go to the corner of the stage and laugh because it was so hilarious. In the scene, she was supposed to show me a picture of the guy climbing through the window. That it was his character, and it was a funny scene. She had what was the guy? Lord have mercy, Jamie Foxx when he played. What's the female he played?
Shanae.
Shanae. She had a picture of Shanae.
Wanda. No, Wanda.
Yeah,
Shanae was Martin.
Yeah.
Wanda.
He had a picture of Wanda up there, and it was hilarious. And there was a couple other pictures that she wasn't supposed to show me on her phone, but she just had them up there randomly. But it was so funny because of the scene. Right, and man, that was the first time I ever broke character, and I had to take a second and laugh. Matter of fact, it happened like 2 or 3 times. I'm glad we got it on record. But man, it left me so bad because somebody finally got Otis, and I was speechless. But I ain't gonna never forget that because I laughed so hard. It was. You had to be there, but
it's funny because I love those moments with theater because that last show.
Oh yeah,
that last show, y'all. If you knew, or if you're a seasoned vet, you know what I'm talking about. But if you knew on anybody's, I shouldn't say anybody's, a lot of people's set, stage, there's something that's going to happen that's not in that script.
Oh yeah.
To try to break your character. Sometimes that's just the goal. And sound like she did a great job. I saw the clip and I couldn't wait to ask you like the context of.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was so weak, and it was a couple times that she did it. I was supposed to look at the phone like I think 2 times, but or 3 times, but each time it was a different picture. But it was a hilarious picture, and it applied directly to the scene we was in. It was one about the guy was supposed to talk. He was talking about he was climbing through the window, and she had a guy in the window climb through the window, and I just lost it on the stage. I'm like, oh my God, why would you do that to me? But I do it all the time, and on the receiving end, it was hilarious, and I am never going to forget that. Shout out Nairobi, man.
That's the good work. Good work.
Yeah.
Now, as an actor, how do you? And I've seen you do this a couple of times on the show Other Side of Live, and the last show that you did at ODU, it seemed like one of the guys kind of forgot their lines, and you just kept talking, and you trying to feed them. So, how did you do that without just sitting there waiting for this person to get their lines? You just kind of.
Well, Otis is he's one in himself, but I think what you're referring to, we had a guy come in. Sometimes we have actors or actresses, have an emergency, so they have to bow out, and we had this guy come in at the last minute.
It was funny though,
and he learned the lines. He did the work and learned the lines, but
that brain freeze.
Sometimes
it happens to the best of us.
And he had crush. I couldn't. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm supporting him, but I want to. We had good energy.
Good chemistry.
Good chemistry. That's what I'm trying to say. But man, and you make it work. You want to enjoy this. It takes work. You want to enjoy it, but you want the people also to enjoy it. So with me knowing the nuance of the show, I was able to feed them. But that's the great thing that I'm so thankful to God for. I have a cast of people that understand that.
Right.
Understand that chemistry, understand how to help each other when we get in the battle.
And that's very important.
Yeah, very important. And a lot of times, most of the time, 99% of the time, the audience will never know.
Yeah, a regular audience, because I work with
actors
you.
And actors, y'all know.
Yeah, I work with you, so I instantly knew. I was like, oh boy, this dude seemed like he forgot. And Otis, he was on one.
Oh yeah, Otis,
he was on one. I was rolling the whole time, and I was like, yo, hopefully this guy. I think he eventually got it, but it was just the way you came in. It's one of those things that you had.
I done walked out on the stage in the middle of a play with a script. Ask them, they'll tell you.
And I believe it. I believe Otis.
But I make it funny.
Yeah. So now, being a writer of your shows, how do you deal with people saying, "I mean, how come you don't know your lines? You wrote the play." How can you explain that to people? Like, because I wrote it, that don't mean I know you may know some of it, but how do you react to people that was like, man, how come you don't know your lines? Especially because like the new people would say that to you.
I give them 2 answers. The truth. Sometimes I'm lazy.
Okay.
and the honest truth is, I believe, is God's way of keeping me humble.
Right.
I can't not brag on these shows from a standpoint of I did this. I wrote this amazing show because everything about these shows has nothing to do with me. My actors and actresses are phenomenal. They're great singers and actors and actresses. I am obedient in the sense that God gives me these ideas, and I write them. And that's the only thing that I can brag about. Hey, I wrote what was given to me. As far as acting, singing, directing, all the other stuff, I ain't got nothing to do with all that. I do it because you know how you know how to do something, but you don't know how you know how to do it.
Correct.
There you go.
Right.
And so, like I said, never been to school. This is completely beyond me.
And that's amazing.
Oh, definitely.
Because when you look at it, you would think, as a viewer or audience member, you say, this dude, he must did a lot of schooling. And so how many years how far back? So that was your first play on the ship. Yes. So on land, when was your first show? Like, because I know when I look at the wall at ODU backstage, there's a line of posters. I'm like, man, this dude been doing shows more than the students here at ODU.
My actual first show was 2004 in Jacksonville, Florida, I believe.
Okay.
Yes. I believe that is the year 2004. So I've been doing it for a while, but I was obligated to the military, so I had to within reason, and then I walked away from it for a while because I was overseas for a while. But I've been doing it on and off for about 21 years. Lord, I didn't even know that. I'm getting old. Lord, help my bones.
No, you get more seasoned.
There you go.
Seasoned.
I like that answer.
What William Murphy say? This is your season. Now, I'm like, people gonna start saying hallelujah in a second. But that not just people. It might just be Otis. Y'all don't know. Otis might come out. We got about 15 minutes. Otis might slide out.
Lord.
But no Diddy. No Diddy. I have to say no Diddy because so in your career, I had a question before no Diddy came.
That made me weak.
So what's one of your favorite shows that you're willing to just keep bringing out the woodwork and just, of course, with a new cast? What's one of your everybody have their favorite show?
Oh man, it's so hard for me because I have several favorites, but I think my all-time favorite is that's hard. I love the Masterpieces.
Let's talk about the Masterpiece. I didn't get to see that one. So what was the Masterpieces about?
It was about the way that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. And it was about our lives that are in this big puzzle or piece that God has strategically placed, and it is our job to be obedient and put them into place. But it was very touching, man. We won so many awards off that play, but it was just so fun. The cast was amazing, and we traveled with it. We did it a few times, but the response that we got from it was priceless.
Wow.
Because we ministered to so many people in so many areas that they needed ministering in. We dealt with life, death, the in between, all different types of circumstances and situations that life can throw at you in the wink of an eye. And it was really healing for a lot of people, as they expressed. So that was one of the most memorable ones for me at this point. But a lot of them, I loved a lot of them, and I only reason I say that, not bragging on myself, but God give me some good stuff, man.
I mean, he not gonna get nothing bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, this is horrible, Lord. Can you give me something else? You're just ungrateful. So what's next? What's next for PWP?
Well, we're doing Undivided 2. Because it was amazing, and I had a great concept that I could not get away from. So we'll be doing that next, and then I'm doing Pain in My Side. That's actually a book I'm dedicating to like my mother. And also I'm gonna turn that into a play because it is it's about faith, you know, and learning to have and reestablish lost faith.
Okay, you got some powerful stuff. And then before we get a little Otis out here, so I noticed one of your promotions, and you do it for most of your shows. I think I should say all of them. You have your cast singing in the background, and you deliver a message as you're promoting your show. How did that concept come? I think it's very unique. And you have, you had every time you have good singers in your crew, and the harmony is always there and on point. And you have a message, and you stand in the middle, and you deliver that message. How did that come about?
I always wanted to, like I say, inspire and give hope, and the way I think you do that is love. And that's why I always say catch our love, because in that way we're trying to inspire people and encourage them, because life's
right,
and we all struggle in our different areas or aspects, financial, health, whatever it is. And so being human and understanding that and know how it feels to be in those situations, sometimes it just takes hey, you can make this. You're gonna be all right. God got you. Trust God. Those type of things, a smile or just a love, a song or something to deafen or eliminate or stand against the attacks the enemy may be throwing your way.
And you just came up. There's one day just like, let me try this, and it just kept rolling.
Oh yeah, they hate me for it. Because we do it off the cuff. I like it to be original and just not nothing planned. And every week they get mad, like, hey, who got inspiration? And I motivate them. I give them, hey, whoever do the inspiration, I'm a cash out, whatever the case may be. I give people a chance to. Some people sometimes they'll come and speak and give the inspiration. Sometimes they'll sing, whatever the case may be.
That's dope.
But I always want to inspire our audience.
All right, so we got. Let me look at my shot clock. Okay, we got what 13 minutes left. So Otis, can we bring out Otis? Can Otis slide? No Diddy. Like every time I say slide, no Diddy. Otis. How old is Otis?
Why you asking Nick how old I am? I'm sitting right here. Otis is how old he want to be. I think he around 54.
Otis, you 54. Do you got a Cadillac? You sound like you drive a Cadillac.
Baby, I don't drive nowhere. I got a driver. You must not know about me. I got Monty. Monty.
Okay, I got one more question for Otis. When is your next show? Like, is Nick gonna give you a show dedicated to Otis? You know how Tyler got Medea. Like, is the whole show gonna be based on Otis? Are we gonna get Otis? Just
what we had did that we had said deliver us from Otis before we had got all big and known, but we trying to get him out. Well, let me come back to me. They trying to get me to stop smoking, but I just tell them it's my medicine, and I can't see not smoking dealing with people, because people crazy, and I need them to know how crazy I am, because but Nick got me in everything. I'm gonna be in everything. I'm gonna be starring no matter where I be at. I'm gonna be the star no matter what I'm in. It's about me. So whatever you heard, I'm gonna be there. You better believe it. You better believe it, baby. Yeah.
There you have y'all see Otis.
Otis ain't the only one. Don't let him fool you. Because you think you the only one can show out, but I'll come in there and turn up if I need to.
Now, who are you? I know.
They call me Rooster.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. They call me. I can sing and dance and do. I shuck and jive just like the rest of them. But I love the Lord too. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
You okay, young man? Let me bring you on back.
Okay.
I take over the podcast. You know I got a slick tongue.
The phrase shucking and jiving, just like the rest of them, but I still love the Lord. It's hilarious. You know, a bunch of people out here shucking and jiving. But to add, but I still love the Lord.
Baby, many people know the word, but not the author. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Hey, Nick, come back. Save me from Rooster.
My bad, bro. I tell you, man. Hey, boy, look here.
Rooster, look, that gotta be your quote on your Facebook today, tonight. TANIGT. Tonight. Now forget the H. I shuck and jive with the best of them, but I still love the Lord. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, before we wrap, where can people find Nick and the rest of your production shows that's coming up? And what do you have slated that's coming up soon? Or do you have something soon?
Sure, we got auditions coming up soon. I'm gonna take a little break and enjoy my downtime, as Lord knows I need one. But you can follow us on all major platforms. PassageWayProductions.com is our website, but Passageway Productions, Niclous P7 is Instagram and all other social media. But if you want to follow us, it's Passageway Productions. Look us up, please follow us and stay informed. Yeah. That's about right.
And now, do Otis and Rooster have their own page, or they just show up on your page?
I had told Nick to make us a page, but you asking too much. Because he won't let me cuss. He won't let me do nothing I want to do. But you can find us on the Passageway. We always on there showing that we put a little material out there every now and again.
My bad. He do what he wants to do.
Y'all, this guy got quite a few people there. Brewster's funny. But listen, y'all gotta follow this guy, man. Make sure y'all follow him on all platforms. Passageway Productions, everything that he just said, follow him, because he has some phenomenal things going on. And then plus, this dude got auditions coming up. So if you're an actor or actress or trying to be an actor, I shouldn't say trying.
No, they can try.
I didn't look at the camera the whole time, and it's right there. Lord, y'all forgive me. I look cross-eyed right now. Look at me, yo.
If you're inspired to be an actor or actress, hit this guy up, man, and he's definitely gonna show you some love. And shout out to the cast and crew and the stage hands and the stage director and the wife, all that. Make sure, like I said, big shout out to all of y'all, and make sure you catch this next show. And listen, I got a couple of things that's happening myself.
Man, I'm following you, and I'm coming to your shows. I haven't been on the Wednesday one. I'm coming though.
All right. Well, on August 13th, we got a phenomenal comedy show, the midweek comedy relief at the Fun Family Experience Theater, downtown Virginia Beach. Not downtown, excuse me. Down at the ocean front, because downtown Virginia Beach is now center. That's the town center. That's Virginia Beach Town Center. I want y'all to show up down there. We are on Atlantic Avenue.
Oh, I can't go down there. The police be too heavy.
They definitely out there. They got the surf park. They out there heavy.
Man, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
I ain't talking about old.
And then I have a play coming up on September 27th.
Definitely gonna be there.
And To Death Do Us Part is a show I wrote back to 2011, I believe.
I ain't getting no invite, no audition, no net. People don't love me like they say they do.
I'm gonna have to slide you in there. But so I wrote it, and it's dealing with autism and relationships.
Oh, definitely.
And so I added some more. Actually, I added another character in there. I definitely could add Otis in there somehow. But
I can do all kind of character now.
So that's dealing with, like I said, autism and relationships. It's a very powerful show. I've done it quite a few times, and people ask me if I'm going to do it again. So I added some scenes for the people that say I saw that back in 2011. Nah, you ain't seen this one. And it's on fire. It's gonna be on fire.
Definitely, I will be in the building. Yeah. I cannot wait.
Yeah, so make sure y'all tune in and follow me on Facebook at Lamont Ferguson, or you can follow me at I am Ferg5 on Instagram and TikTok. I do a bunch of TikToks and Instagramming, and then make sure you follow SKST Radio and for all the other podcasts that's on this network, and make sure you continue to follow me, Talking Out the Box podcast. Phenomenal guy here. Make sure you follow this gentleman, Niclous Howard, and keep tuning in. And remember, stay connected to God, because his Wi-Fi connection is never ever shaky. He's always stable. Be great on purpose and lift your faith to be greater and bigger than you. You have a great night and God bless. Peace out, y'all. Peace.